White graphics against a black background. The father bias. A dark-haired man addresses a
There's a
group.
key word with every system that's working with fathers, that becomes a barrier into working with fathers, and that word is liability. I feel like many systems, not just child welfare, feel like if we do engage this guy, there's always that what if he does this.
There's clearly some bias education that needs to happen whereby we need to move from seeing men as the problem and doing risk assessment of men to flip it around let's do a strengths assessment of men. Because in all these fields, and particularly in healthcare, it's like one of the first things they do is, and I understand there's need for, risk assessment in terms of domestic violence, but that's not okay when you have no if the bias is that men essentially represent potential problems. That is the starting point. So we have to flip this around to say, what are the strengths that this guy brings to the table, and do a real strengths assessment and do the risk assessment. And by the way, if the guy does have a problem, that doesn't mean you can throw him away. You can also deal with that.
There is this kind of
A gray-haired mustache man.
misguided notion, that because you're a mother, right, that you automatically know how to nurture. And because you're a father, you have to be taught, And so many female DCF workers, female Head Start workers that work with fathers, come to the work with their own preconceived notions. And so part of this work that we do really is to knock down those walls, to bring down that veil, if you will, so that these women can understand what fathers, the positive things that fathers bring to parenting.
Administration for Children and Families. Childwelfare.gov/topics.